You know, there's an old saying that birds of a feather flock together. And it seems like some of these politicians have the same modes of operating, modus operandi, okay? They use the machinations of government, it seems, to enrich themselves. So you would see they're embarking on these fantastic projects, not because of love of country. They seem to think that governments have a blank check, so they can just spend money wildly, and then the taxpayers will eventually have to bear the burden and pay for it. So they don't really care, because it's you, the taxpayer, your children who will become taxpayers, and your grandchildren who will become additional taxpayers that will be saddled with this debt for decades. So I tried to warn you guys, okay? And I know sometimes I talk and I'm a straight shooter and it may come across as tough love, but this is a sort of environment in which we grew up, okay? We're straight shooters. We don't mince our words. You know what I'm saying? We're tough guys. I mean, you couldn't go to Heinz School and be a wimp. At least not in my times. You couldn't grow up on Green Street, Carnage Wharf area and be some sort of wimp. You wouldn't last long. But anyway, the bottom line is this, that a lot of the things that I say comes from a place of deep concern and actually deep love of country. So I tried to warn you guys, and I said to you guys, it doesn't make sense that you take in $750 million and try to build some sort of teaching research hospital. Okay? That's 3/4 of your GDP. And now they're talking about numbers close to $1 billion. Okay? So when they were telling you initially 250 million and 300 million and 400 million, I knew better because I did the numbers and I said to you guys, based on what they're proposing, it will cost at least $750 million. Okay? Now, as I said, they're looking to raise $1 billion. But anyway, the problem is, if it goes up to $1 billion, guess what? Do you think it's a wise investment to take almost 100%, okay, of your GDP and invest it in one white elephant that is not going to make a profit? And then the taxpayers of Grenada will have to continue paying for this. So your chief financial officer, okay, Mr. Cornwall, knows better. And he, as the responsible person, okay, and as the manager of the finances of Grenada, should break with the administration and say, look, this is not a wise investment. This is not financially healthy invested. But I understand the pressure this gentleman is under. I guess probably, I don't know, he's probably not a PBC or GBHS boy. So why would they listen to him? But anyway, interestingly enough, you won't believe what I came across. I came across from the SKN. So I guess it's St. Kitts News or something like that. And guess what? A gentleman is actually chastising Dr. Drew for having done the same thing in St. Kitts. All that I have said to you is exactly what the gentleman is saying. And I want you to take a look at it, and I'll read a bit of it for you. In a no-holds-barred Facebook post, Watley declared there is absolutely no justification for building a brand new hospital when the existing Joseph N. Francis General Hospital is barely 30 years old, unless the existing hospital will be repurposed for something great. There is no need for a new hospital, smart or otherwise, he wrote. He slammed the rush to abandon the current facility, asking pointedly why there is such urgency to shutter a relatively modern structure that simply needs proper maintenance and periodic upgrades. Watley did not mince words on the financial fallout. He warned that constructing a new hospital would bury the country in debt for a facility that cannot generate a profit. A new hospital is going to put us in debt, and a hospital is not a profit center. It's costly to run, he stated. Watley's fierce condemnation has intensified public debate forcing uncomfortable questions about priorities, transparency, and fiscal discipline. As voices like his grow louder, the smart hospital plan faces mounting pressure to justify its existence or risk being remembered as one of the most misguided expenditures in recent history. So there you have it. There you have it, Grenada. I warned you, okay, about this white elephant, Polaris. And there we see what's happening in St. Kitts. So it must be that these guys are coordinating on these sort of things and they'll embark on these ventures, I don't think in the interest of the country, but as a way, in some respects, to enrich themselves. So I told you, when I say that the Polaris project is a Ponzi scheme, okay, and the Polaris project is a white elephant hoax, that is not an exaggeration. I have been saying this from day one. A lot of people are now coming on board and starting to see what I've been saying for months. You can't say, Grenadians, that I did not warn you. I have it on tape. I'm putting it on record. The only people that's going to benefit from this is the so-called sponsor and her crew. I know they're going to use this to the fullest propagandist effect, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if they had marches and torches and a book burning ceremony. And no one is disputing that we need a new hospital. That's not the issue, okay? We can get a pretty good facility built for $400 million. Pretty good facility, okay? That would be worth the while. But this humongous white elephant of a project will actually, as Mr. Watley said, sink us into debt that I don't know who would pull us out of. These guys would have been gone already, would have enriched themselves and been gone already. And you, I'm warning you, the taxpayers of Grenada would be burdened with this for a very long time. Now take a look at this. You can read through it and you can check their Facebook posts for some more information on what's going on in St. Kitts with that smart teaching hospital. Again, a word to the wise is sufficient.